Okay, everybody, I'm going to see if I can get this to work. I've changed the microphone I'm working with, so hopefully the sounds will not sound demonic this time around. This is going to be just a little short run today because I want to take a break from Liza P to show this one off because it's a very fun game. I played the demo. There's a bit of a hidden joke in there at the start here that if you catch it's quite amusing. So just keep eyes and ears open on that one. This is more Eastern European, Slavic, so some of the pronunciations and things are going to be more towards that. So if it sounds weird to you, well, it sounds weird to you. It doesn't sound weird to me or probably half the people who do pay attention to what I'm doing. But just so you know, the usual like W's pronounced as V's and things like that. Grew up around that stuff, so yeah, that's just is what it is. Okay, for some reason the sound is not working the way I want it to on the audio output. Even though it's listed for this, let's see. Okay, nope, that's not giving it me yet either. Let's see. Is this it? No, that's not it either.
I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face.
Okay, so that's still not showing. Alright, this is going to be one of my moments where I'm going to be slightly annoyed at the system. Of changing over headsets to new stuff, because I know I've had the output play correctly here before. Let's see if we can fix this here. Okay, I think I've fixed this a little bit. Alright.
I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote.
Okay, I've got to do something else here real quick. Now that I've got this working, let's... fix the audio for my dogs, because if I don't have anything playing, they're going to get antsy. So we'll move Spotify to... Okay, it's already playing off there, so it should work. There we go. And let's see how sensitive the new mic is. Is it picking up? Okay, it's not picking up the audio from this music.
I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone.
No, he's not alone. Never, never, never.
I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help.
Yeah, well, you keep saying that, sis. Oh, by the way, the
I
person
hope the
doing
man
this
you're
is
pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, We will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Rikia.
Yep.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Okay. Now. The way you get experience in this game is by investigating. So any opportunity to read anything that comes up or look at anything, you want to examine it and take advantage. Get to find things that are missing. Get an idea of where you're going. Honestly want to get as much of this done as you can.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery. That's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
So is it just locals living in the village?
Who else would want to live in a shithole like this?
I actually meant, is there anyone visiting, a guest?
Ah, you came for some healing. Well, he's no guest here. He's been here months, my friend. The people are tormented, so he's sure got folks to heal.
Where might I find him?
I bet he's still in the tavern. He prays this time of day. Oh, he prays a heck of a lot. You getting in, or what?
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with.
Okay.
Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there, past the little square, up the steps. They'll tell you where the preacher's at. Or this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you.
Now you're about to come across your first fight. And how aggressive it all turns out really depends on you.
You guys already got what's yours this week.
Molchat, we're here to keep order and that don't come free. It's getting colder, so the price is getting higher.
Hey, T! Nice boots. Are they warm? Actually, I have particularly warm boots. Thanks.
And sooner or later, these might kick their arses.
Don't tempt me, Luca, don't tempt me. Give me a sec. Got to sort out formalities with this tourist.
It's your snummy. We're the Tsar's soldiers. Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
No. Okay, I've read most of this stuff before because, again, I played this earlier. I'm doing this not to just show you the full thing, but to make some better decisions here. Dude's a pain in the behind. Okay, so you got to keep track. Because you want to try either knock them out or anticipate their next attack.
Serves the Ruskies right. They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Oh, he a pleasant person. There's another reason they won't report me. Okay, so... I'll start with heart here.
Good boy.
Once you've done that, around see if it lets us go anywhere other than these areas right now. Doesn't look like it's going to open up much just yet. So you want to explore a little bit if you can. Not going to be able to travel around right now. The experience you just got's about all you're going to get. Until you talk to the healer you're looking for. And if y'all know how I curse at the number of historical figures that showed up in Liza P, you know I'm about to just literally be beside myself with this dude. He ended up turning up.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a stinking simpleton. An illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Very suave, man.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings. Even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a Thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I'm from Warsaw,
So, from Russia.
Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a Thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this. Have you figured anything out yet?
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait.
Let's take a look around.
Alright, so there are plenty of things here depending on how you decided to make your...
You will be mine, secret. Who would have thought there were such layers of passion within him?
This area is still not open. Can't gain any more than what I've just got. Two. But if I remember correctly, I can only pick one anyway. I've done this a couple times. I did the demo, and then I played through the first time when I bought it for some of the stuff. But
What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
I can't help but ask you about that young lady from Petersburg.
Careful, I'm starting to like you. But not enough to tell you about Petersburg.
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind... I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try.
now,
Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me...
Now, the first time I played, I
Well,
didn't really do a lot with the
am I?
pride
Rasputin.
stuff. So
There's no one in here.
this is me being a little bit snarkier.
I need to get out of here. What is
There's no
this
side
sound?
stuff.
Shackles?
Because I found
You're
some
blind.
answers. By not having pride, I was cut off from them.
You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one.
This game has some
And
very
if so,
dark horror
that
vibes
means
to it
there's
as
someone
well.
in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Sure not missing anything interesting along the way, because remember, again, everything you read gives you an advantage. How I read this again here. Okay, so he is your healer.
I felt something. Where is it?
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
She's an angry little woman. Before I improve anything else here. And with more, make sure I'm not missing the opportunities to get a second point where I can spread myself a little thinner.
Am I sensing? No luck. Oh well.
So I got two that by word I can update, get use out of. So let us go over here and add that. Okay, point stab, I only have that 1 point. Okay.
I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help! 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 Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right.
Oh, you little. Okay, so.
The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure.
Check around these corners, because I'm just cautious.
Am I sensing?
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away. You're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother. And this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him, too?
Because you strangled mine. Now what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
Okay.
Why don't you relax and listen to the words of a wise woman?
Take advantage of your skills.
Well, all in all, it's... I'm sorry, Bogdan.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
I got additional point. Again, you want to make sure. At least get all these up to 1 first, so you have a little bit more variety in your choices at the start.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Well
Okay,
then,
can't do
I
anything
hope...
with her just yet. But she will be useful. Now we gotta go to the cemetery. There's Rasputin.
Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery. It's not like anyone there is going to run away. And look, my horse is more dead than alive.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Now we need to figure out what's going on with him, so we can manipulate him. Can manipulate him. Just checking for some other stuff to be sure.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery, and I meant to take the horse out for a ride, so get on.
Check, of course, for stuff around. Check for anything interesting. You're not seeing anything right now, and you won't till you talk to him.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
I don't have enough words to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
I see him. My Uper. He's back.
I'm happy for you.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
What changed in the village after the elder died?
It's all dreadful, sir. Ladies have no patience for kids, nor lads for ladies, nor neighbors for neighbors. Any word might seem offensive and like an insult waiting to happen. Then you've got to fight.
Tragedies such as Vasily's death leave their mark on everyone. It takes time to come to terms with something like this. That doesn't mean this place is possessed by dark forces.
How did this elder die?
There was a fire, sir. Flames shooting sky high, and him burning, swearing.
Don't encourage her. Once she gets going...
This could also be the work of a Salita.
What do you mean?
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a Salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in Wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Okay, so we got another point. You're checking around here again too, just to be sure nothing else lit up the lights of insight. Let's see, so now we gotta get mind updated. I've got some upgrades to work with here. It's actually more useful there. Better there. Start here. This is where we'll definitely get some more information.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. True fear. I felt something. Where is it? So much suffering. A horrible death. This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. a flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, Father? We're the Tsar's men. How about the donation for the Tsar's army?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly this.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not.
This is going to be fun. So...
Are you alright, sir?
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're alright, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about what happened here.
Alrighty, kiddos. Now.
Now I know that woman Luca's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Luca sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that. I wanted to talk. Ma'am?
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over.
Please open the door.
You'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
I know you're scared, but please, just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Please, don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Now, I did not do it like this the last time, but I figure get him updated a little bit more. You have to get past, get the Saluter in question.
Thaumaturge.
You've been going in...
And that tragedy at the Elder's farm, did it affect people badly?
Some less, others more. He was like an icon to some folk here.
But I found out he could be heavy-handed.
He was a drinker and a beater. So, some folk here don't miss him one bit. Have you got many more nosy questions?
Well then, I hope you... Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
You've been going in so many circles, your head...
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because, like I said, I don't want to waste time and die here gabbing with you.
Vesna came here for help, didn't she? Vasily drank and beat her, and no one did anything about it. So you put that curse of yours on him.
I even went to talk to him. How did you know that?
I am a thaumaturge.
You people's magic. That's something I've got no faith in.
Go on.
For me giving Vasily a piece of my mind, he took it out on Vesna.
And then her husband walked in and killed Vasily, and he's the one my saluter latched onto.
As for the second thing, could be. But it wasn't Luca that killed Vasily. It was Vesna.
Are you sure?
I was there. And until now, only 2 people knew what happened there. Vesna and me.
Don't be scared. I'll do my best to help you.
Then I think we have to talk to Vesna.
Told you she is an angry little woman. different parts of the story depending on which order you talk to people in.
Please open up. There's no need to be afraid. Just open the door.
You gonna wear yourself out banging a door like that? Can't you see nobody there?
I'm looking for Vesna. I have to speak to her.
Am I stopping you? Nobody there. I'm sure she went to see the hubby at work. Go bother them in the clearing instead of pounding on an empty house door.
Thank you.
Sounds tired and angry there, kiddos. I could be cross and say she is drunk, but I'm not going to.
Again.
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Vesna.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Not much to think about here. If we can help Vesna, then get this nag quick to clearing like Mr. Shulsky asks.
Yes. At this point, there's nothing new secret to find here, apparently.
Vesna, child. We have to talk.
I'm not here to fight.
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
I know what you did.
You don't know what you're saying.
On the contrary, she's the one who brought the Bukavach here. She killed Vasily. When the wise woman's spell didn't have an effect, you decided to finish him off yourself, didn't you? You're the one who killed your father.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, Bukavach. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine.
We're gonna keep with the story, guys, because I don't want to waste your time watching me get my butt beat. Okay, now.
going crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, Thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
Then kill me too. I was there. I saw everything. Vasily, bah. You're big men now. But when he was beating Vesna for years, no one lifted a finger. Bah. Now you're all so brave against her. Go home, pray better, and leave her alone.
All right. Now, at the start of all this, I mentioned a little bit of obscure humor that's about to pop up here. And it involves this guy right here. So I'm going to keep quiet, but pay attention.
Excuse me, sir? Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
Okay, let us...
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father. Do you still want to send something?
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
I haven't.
I have. The skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
And thus ends the prologue, folks. If you want me to do more of this, I'll be happy to. Just, put the comments in YouTube or on Facebook, and I will keep up with them, and we'll see where it goes. I've got some different, like I said, I played a different route before and how I dealt with people, but now I have a much, much different vision of everything. And having played a little bit in the order I played things in, I want to make a change. Because I want to avoid strife while still feeding his pride a little bit.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, You hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I definitely didn't expect I'd be coming to my father's funeral so early.
I've noticed you two had certain differences in your views on life.
Yes, especially on my life. But admittedly, that's not a very exciting discovery. Is that all you've learned about me on our journey?
You drool in your sleep. Anything in there about Warsaw?
Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade? The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governesses, maids, speculators, thieves. I've gotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the whores.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Once this cutscene ends, I'm going to quit for now, guys, because I said this would be a short one, and I'm going to keep up with that a little quick. Hour and change. Give you an idea where the world's going. If I get too deep into this right now, I'm going to be up all night, and I don't need to be.
When people unite, empires fall.
Always double check up and down. So this will be a place to get some experience points. Build your skills up a little bit. At this point, I don't believe you're going to find all that much floating around, but the leaflets and the books and the menus are all worth reading. There's flavor for the world you're roaming through. got all the new stuff. Okay, this is the letter you received earlier. Here in a little bit, you're going to be able to get some better clothes. Or different clothes. I won't call them better, because he's not dressed badly. So, let's save here. So, as said, this is where we're going to stop for the day, guys. This is going to be a shorter one, because there's a lot we could do, but at the same time, it's not a lot to work our way through. I take a lot of time because there's not a lot of like back-to-back combat. So we'll talk later, guys. Have a good day.